finds that player. Again, he'll swing it into the centre. Vivian and Lindsay. Look at Lindsay!
Well, Coach Bill Curley said this lad had plenty of talent. There's a fine example of it. He's had a great season, and here's Mark Matt Rendell, another great marker of the ball.
Well, if West Torrens fans wanted to lift those 2 marks, should be sufficient. And the acting vice-captain has a chance to put his side in the front. It'll be the first time for some time that they've been in the lead. There's the kick, hits the post.
Well, that's injustice. 2 great marks, hit the post. Bad kicking. Cochrane. This time, Lindsay again. He's up a little bit early this time. Hannah. Looks, no pressure applied. Into the spare pocket. No one home. Throw in. 20 minutes gone, third term. From full forward to contest with Bruce Stevenson. 19, Hamill. 42, Greg Mutzi. Players falling over. Out comes the swift handball. Hamill this time. Oh, across the face of goals, another point.
Well,
10 points.
Eagles fans are getting their fair share of excitement. That one was executed well, and the handball from Rendell was very good. Under plenty of pressure. 3 points. Cochrane bearing his kick-outs into the outer side. Graham loses it. Harrington puts the ball underneath. And the bounce. 9-10 Torrens. Central's 10-7. We're at the 21-minute mark of the third term.
Big group of players. Inglis versus Stevenson. 2 strong men of football. In comes Nobbs. Tries to bust his way through. He's caught very, very quickly. Torrens moved the ball across their half-forward line. Vivian slams it out into the space. Here's the chance. Vivian, receiver of the handball from Krieg, down towards the half-forward line, looking for Jonas. 4 goals, Jonas, as a matter of fact. The mark in front of the eyes. George takes off. He goes shorter than that, Skinner.
Well, Lyle Skinner's true half-forward. Too far out, he goes short again. Oh, and Jonas couldn't complete the mark. The handball by Grinder across to Greg White. Sees the Eagles out of trouble. Curly Minot, to say the least. Not sure what he's going to do. Eventually goes out wide, and we'll see a throw in at centre wing.
He's going backwards with the ball with no pressure applied. Thought the handball was on. Could see that Inglis was blocked. As a result, the blind kick over the line for a throw in. 22, nearly 23 minutes gone now. The ball's tapped forward. Smothered off the boot. Graham in trouble. The swift handball. Bruce gets it down towards the half-forward line. Jonas. Skinner. Mobbs again, busting his way through. Well snaffled, Peter Jonas. Back, looking for skipper Mobbs. Finds him. Cleverly ducks through the mob. Comes straight at the goal square. Will he bounce one through? No. Point. 8th to Central Districts. 10-8. Torrens 9-10.
4 points favouring the Bulldogs. Clinton Giles. Again to the outer side. Stevenson thumps it forward from behind. White, a high kick. Cochrane and Green. Jackman is at the back. Cochrane recovers very quickly and does it well. Handball is not so good, however. Inglis. A man with a bad knee trying to have a bounce running through centre and gets the free kick. Well, Dirk Inglis to half forward. Oh, Wilbur Wilson's there. And he takes the mark unopposed.
Take the pressure off too. Torrens beginning to come back strongly. The left footer puts one out towards centre wing. Odds 2-1. Maximovic's there. Takes the good mark. He's at centre wing.
Good yard taller than his opposition Aldo Floriani on that occasion.
Got punt towards the half-forward spot. The riser Mobbs at the back. Cunningly waited. Gets the crumbs. Chucks it out in front of him. Grabbed. Yes, holding the ball. Persistence then by Mark Southwell. Half-back flank. Beautiful kick, screw punt. Makes his half-forward line. Hannah, the early riser, tries to bust his way through. Scooped up, gets received with a handball. There's another example too, and holding the ball it is. Pete Bytheen, quickly over to Wilbur Wilson. Not well directed. Dirk Inglis can't get under the fall of the ball. Cousins can though. Comes across the face of the square with a falling attempt by Hamill. Can't do it. Maximovic, swift handball. Bytheen in trouble. Maximovic again. Graham. Players all over the place. Bounce.
Centrals have just changed their rovers on the bench. Van Dommel is back on, and Norsworthy has a spell at centre field. Only 4 points the difference, favouring the Bulldogs. Into time on of this third quarter. Duckworth got up high. He's been quiet for the last 10 minutes or so. Good handball to Vivian, who's got a swing out of trouble. It's caught. Graham into assist. Floriani.
Well done, Bruce Lindsay then. Took on two and beat them.
Floriani's handball out in front of Dirk Inglis. Pressure on him because Duckworth was going through but had an airing. There's a high kick in towards full forward. Coming up, Matt Rendell holds it.
Yeah, sitting in his blind must be the last effort that he made. Good mark. Not a good kick. That was a fine mark for a big bloke. Good falling mark. He's about the same distance but a far more acute angle. Let's see what he does with this one. At the moment, 4 points the difference. 25 minutes gone. Third turn. Puts it up. That looks, giving it a great ride. Straight through the centre. Goal.
And it puts the Eagles in front for the first time since the first quarter of this match. The scores at Football Park, 10-10, 70. Central Districts, 10-8, 68. 2 points favouring the Eagles on Sevens. Big replay. The scene certainly set for a tremendous last quarter at Football Park. Inglis, Maximovic, Duckworth, pure strength, comes away, tries to have a bounce, takes on and beats Bruce Lindsay, gets a kick down towards full forward. Max George waiting at the back, can't complete the mark. Stevenson is there, he's caught, tries to get a kick away. George scoops it out, looking towards Van Dommel. Lindsay goes for a soccer off the ground and now has to do battle with Dean Mobbs. Mobbs is beaten to the ball and it drifts over the line. Oh, push in the back. Push in the back, going the way of Minot. The half-back flank. This is kicked towards the wing. Oh, 3 Eagles. It's the front one in Alan Green, it looks to be, takes the mark. Again, Dirk Inglis, the handball is set up terribly and must be pinged for holding the ball.
Not much pace, Dirk Inglis, but plenty of body strength. Picks on one of the biggest players on the ground.
Still can't move much with that knee, Dennis.
Here's Maximovic's kick. Gone straight down the throat, though, of Greg White. He goes short. But here looking for and finding Curly Mano, who plays on very quickly. Centre, Enright, takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Has Hank out wide. Goes further than that, though. Take it's Krieg, short. Maximovic wide out by himself on the half-back line, takes the mark. Central slowing the game down, playing the possession game. Long drop punt. Inglis under the fall of the ball. Almost the effective mark. Duckworth was the competitor. Lutzi in there, scooping it out. Trouble. That was Van Dommel. Playing on very quickly. Vivian. Back. One bounce. Opportunity. Pops it up. Straight through the centre. Good football, Peter Jonas.
Yes, Peter Jonas has now contributed 5 goals to the Central District score of 11 goals 8, and the Bulldogs back in front.
Hesitation then from the scrambly bit of football at the centre wing allowed Vivian to run, pop the ball up. Jonas with the chance, ran into the open space, put it straight through. He's now kicked 5. Central Districts have 11, 11-8, take the lead by 4 points. Torrens 10-10.
3.5 minutes of time on gone in this third quarter. Close to siren time as, again, it's a bad bounce for Ruckman. Vivian, who's come into it in the latter stage of this quarter. Beautiful tackle, Bruce Lindsay. Oh, this boy is showing all the skills of a truly great footballer.
Comes from centre wing with a drop punt. He's down here looking for Hamill. Greg Lutzi gets under the fall of the ball, taking a fine falling mark. That looks like Ian Hanna, the boy from Gumaraka. Gets one in the thinking box for fun. Accident. Doesn't like the attention, though. Danny Harrington wants to take him on. Won't get much for that, though. And Hanna, who's a good kicker of the ball, is well within his striking distance, remembering Torrens trail by 4 points. Time on. 4.5 minutes of time on gone. A crucial kick for the Eagles. Pops it up. Looked very confident and left the boot. It's a single. 3 points the difference at the 5-minute mark of time on.
Only 3 points in it. Cochrane, grandstand flank. Bythemes, the player he's looking for, almost plucked it out of the air too. Harrington has given the free kick, much to the annoyance of this Torrens crowd here. Here's Duckworth. Handballs it out in front of him. Mobbs. Another handball towards Peter Jonas through that player. Jeff Gillies. Now Philip Graham in trouble and caught. Gets the handball out towards Jonas and Cousins. Mobbs is there. That's a good handball. Gillies shot towards goal. Has put it through, and Central's moved further ahead.
A fierce crush then. The handball came out very quickly. Jeff Gillies is the first player to congratulate his teammates because they did the work for him. The handball came out. He was the receiver running into the space. Popped it up straight through. And his second goal. And Central Districts steal the lead even further now. Central's 12-8, 80, a difference of 9 points. Torrens 10-11, 71. 5.5 minutes gone, time on third term.
Peter Cousins has taken a battering all day, appears to be okay. From the centre, it's Centrals who take it away again through Vivian towards half forward. Out towards Aldo Floriani. His handball is good towards Cousins, and there's the siren to end a very exciting quarter of football, and there's the hero, Bruce Lindsay, of that quarter. Three-quarter time scores. Centrals 12-8, 80, leading Torrens 10-11, 71. The scene set for a good last quarter here on 7's Big Replay.
Yes, this is going to be a battle of the defences, it seems. No forward has been able to dominate his position all day, in and out of play. Short, Mick Hamill. It's effective. Going to the long kicking game, trying to find Matt Rendlett and fall short. Stevenson, quickly, Norsworthy, trouble. Quick handball out. Back to Norsworthy, over to Skinner. Time to look to the square, a one-on-one battle. Giles, not touched it seemed. Well, Floriani, very quick though to grab it as it approached the line, through for a point. Central District's 10th now, 12-10, 82, Torrens 11-11, 77.
Floriani. Again to the outer side. Rendell will set himself and marks unopposed.
He's taken some good field marks today.
Yes, good shepherding by Lindsay allowed him to take that one by himself. Kick towards centre wing. Hank in front spot. Continues to battle hard for the ball. Good football. Jackman caught. Play goes on. Vivian, the speedster, gets a kick in towards the pocket. A chance now for Jonas if he gets a good bounce. Has to swing round, going short, and finds big John Duckworth. Well, there's no doubt Dennis he'll kick this. The distance is no problem. The accuracy may be.
Yes, certainly we've seen this man fresh from West Perth, Western Australian Football League, with his 8th mark. Kicks long, kicks high, 10th kick, but only for a point. And that's the 11th to Central Districts now. 12-11, 83. Torrens 11-11, 77. And a critical time now for the Eagles, as they've got to get the ball down into the scoring zone as Grinter kicks short, not well, and allows a rover to take the mark. This is Rene van Dommel. Surprising long kicker of the ball. Half forward line. Hush. This one's short, front of the square. Well spoiled though. Tap forwards, good football. Allows Peter Jonas to run at the ball. Kicks a good ball back. Going to the square. Floriani a little hesitant because the goalpost right alongside of him. Quite content to see the point and concedes that. 12-12. Torrens 11-11. 6 minutes gone. Final term.
Kick out again by Floriani short. Or McSporran and Lindsay combine well to keep it in the air. kick by Bruce Lindsay towards the half-back line. Norsworthy skirting the boundary line, chips it up towards Gillies, but goes too far out. So to Floriani. Quick handball on. Back to Lindsay. He goes to centre wing. Oh, McKay. Slight push. It is noticed. And again, Centrals to come into attack through Krieg.
Problems for West Torrens. Centrals have strung a line of defensive players across their centre line, keeping the ball on across the half-forward line. Jonas the flyer. Cousins at the back. White. Desperation stuff. Hank throws himself in. Chucked on the ground. No chance of getting rid of the ball and a bounce. Peter Bytheen falling back on a defensive centre line position. Also Graham. Also Skinner. There's a big pack of players around the fall of the ball. Most of them blue and gold, but they'll kick back into this defensive line. So it's Bytheen. Plenty of time to look. Puts the ball back to where it came from. Looking for George versus Grinter. With the left hand. Smashes it out of the forward's hands. Over the line for a throw in. Coach Darryl Hicks obviously understanding that you keep the ball in the area. Has a string of players along that centre line to keep the ball there.
Throw in. Handball pushed out in front. Minot. Back to Cousins. Has players running for him and uses Barry Hank. To centre wing. Hannah. Chips one back. McKay and Krieg again. This time it's going the way of McKay. Half forward, White, the back Inglis and Wilson. Wilbur appeared to throw it out straight to Jackman, who steadies, shoots in towards goal, but is offline and a point only. So 78 plays 84, one straight kick the difference.
Kick from full-back from Cochrane. Nice looking kick. He's kicked out superbly all day. Looking for Bytheen. Hamill the spoil. Anna is in there also. No one wanted the ball with a hand. Out comes Van Dommel. He goes short. Good attack by White. He's held on to. Grab while not in possession. Must receive the free. Now the Torrens players are moving down, so they have knocked the wall of Central District's players to kick at. Their half-forward line filled in with the blue and gold jumpers. And this player is White. This is Greg White.
He's certainly kicking to a congested forward line. No doubt look for Inglis. Flies at the front of the pack. Skinner. Wilson. Heads towards the boundary line. And amid calls of deliberate, it will be thrown in.
Gathering Stevenson. Inglis. 13 McSparrow. At the back, Jackman. Waiting off. Gets the handball. Skinner. The running player, Gillies, gets one round the nose. Lindsay, Rendell, short. Wilbur Wilson, been a pillar of strength, takes out two Torrens players. Mano, Stevenson, Mick Hamill. Play-on's a good call. Gillies, across the centre wing, down towards the half-forward line. Tried to bust his way through was Cousins, couldn't do it. This is Skipper Mobbs. Long, looking for George, front spot, well done, Grinter.
It was well anticipated then by Barry Grinter, read the ball well, and Jackman takes a courageous mark at half-back. Interchange is being made with Renee Van Dommel about to come back onto the ground and Norsworthy off it. At the moment it's the Eagles in full flight through Bruce Lindsay from centre to half-forward. Inglis is there. Wilson in trouble, McSparren. Shoots towards goal. It's bounced through for goal and the scores are tied away at Football Park.
That skill, the big pack of players. Bruce Lindsay was the mover out of the square. He's played a superb game. The ball to the half-forward line. Big pack of players. And Kevin McSparren reading the ball at the back of the pack. Took it away and with his 14th kick onto the left boot, smashed it straight through the centre for his second goal with the scores now. At the 10-minute mark, final term, 84 points apiece.
2 points favouring the Eagles. We've played 20 minutes of football and still anyone's game. Schultz again, in towards Mobbs. No, it's Jeff Gillies. He's caught, pushed over the line, and another throw-in to take place.
Floriani, too experienced to let Gillies get away too far. Critical time of the game. And again, the battle of the 12. Stevenson, plucks one out of the bottom of the pack and slammed it straight through the centre. A clever bit of work by the ex-West Adelaide, now Central District's ruckman.
And Bruce Stevenson has kicked a couple of tremendous goals today, and if ever that was an important goal, it was then, because we played 21 minutes of the final term, and Centrals have hit the front again to lead by 4 points. Stevenson's contribution, 2 goals.
Well, what a great effort then from the ruckman. Saw the opportunity, took it, slammed it straight through. 2 goals to him. Now 4 points the difference. Central's in front.
The crowd once again right back on its feet as Stevenson, the hero, wins the tap to Skinner. He's caught. Can't get it away. Eventually does to Bytheen. A good handball out into the open space. Gives Vivian the run. Has a bad bounce, however. And Southwell comes through with a high ball to half forward. Inglis must lift. He pushes. He pushes. It's picked up. And Greg Mutzi will take the ball at centre half back.
He's been bouncing his side into attack from that position as he puts a long screw punt to the half-forward line. A big mass of players. At the back, Schultz puts one in. There's nobody home. Wilbur Wilson trying to run, pulling one leg, though. Doesn't look good as you see the ball dribble over the line for a point. Just that 1 point will be critically important. Central District's now 13-13-91. Torrens 12-14-86 as Aldo Floriani puts one out into the space, and tired legs just won't get there, and it's out on the full, and we'll see Central Districts put the ball back into play. Not actually out on the full, not touched, and went over the line.
And Central's obviously enough, not in a great deal of hurry. It's Peter Bytheen. Towards Duckworth, got up high, couldn't complete the mark. The handball in dangerous in full forward, suck it off the ground. And 1 point only. Peter Jonas was gleeful. He thought that was a goal, but 1 point only, so the margin is now 1 straight kick, and the kick back into play. We could well have a draw on our hands here.
Grinter, Hamill, out to Lindsay. Battled all day. Floriani, short, looking for Jackman. Good game as a rover, can't control it, over the line.
Ball's at centre wing. We're a minute off entering time on. One would imagine probably 4 to 5 minutes of time on to be played.
6 points the difference. Grendel, 12. Stevenson, 21. Bytheen. Van Dommel. Left boot, short. Mano. To get on with it quickly. Time ticking away now for the Eagles. Down towards the half-forward line. A massive players. Oh, great mark. Taken by Barry Hank. Wants to get on with the business. The handball over to Vice-Captain Matt Rendell. Cheaply takes 1 bounce. Puts the ball to the goal square. Danny Harrington. Hannah. And Inglis can't do much, but the ball swung from one end of the oval down to the next. 6 points the difference, and the ball alongside of the West Torrens goal face.
And not one of the 8,500 crowd has left Football Park as yet. It's been a great start to the season. Over the top, Phillipou plucks it out of the air, but has no one at all to handball to. Harrington takes it. A long kick back towards the half-back flank. Here's a go on 2. Schultz uses the body. Mano is there too. Schultz tucks it out the back. The only one there, however, is Jackman. Good shepherding by Mano allows that player to get a kick, and he finds Barry Hank. Into time on. Hank's kick in towards full forward. Oh, up high. It looks to be Mackay. It is.
Well, we've seen this player come into the game in flashes with brilliant sort of stuff, just like that. Strong hands, good kick. Has 1 goal to his credit so far. We saw him play a great first half of the 3rd term and the 2nd term. Has 13 kicks and 9 marks. Half-forward flanker, good stuff.
Directly in front, 25 metres out, and a most important kick for goal. He's threaded it and scores a tied away at Football Park, 13-14 apiece.
Oh, what a battle it's been all day. As we've said before, either side have run the game in spasms, usually in 3 or 4 goal bursts on each side. Have dominated the play coming out of the square, and then the other side picks it up. Now Torrens have come back strongly, scores, tied away, 92 points apiece, and a loose player has gone in defence almost straight away. Coach Bill Curley recognises the importance.
Back to the centre with Stevenson and Rendell, who's certainly lifted his game in the second half. Trying to take it away was Skinner. Caught, holding the ball. Good decision, and the tackler was Matt Rendell. Into time on. Scores tied away. Rendell short to Jackman. Heck of a number of kicks today. 22nd out wide. Bruce Lindsay. Still got plenty of run as he goes in towards Inglis. Over the top. Is it Peter Phillipou? Oh, what a tremendous mark. He appeared to hit his head too when see him holding it there when he went up for that mark.
Had it marked right from the time. He saw that ball coming in. He was going to ride the pack. He was going to take it. A sure pair of hands. He did absolutely everything he wanted to do. And this is Pete Phillipou's first kick since half-time. What an incredibly important kick.
He's only got a score, really, but he's done more than that. He's put a goal on the board in Torrens. After seemingly looking lost as far as 2 premiership points, are 1 goal up. Peter Phillipou has kicked his 2nd goal, and the scores Torrens 14-14, Centrals 13-14.
How much credit really too must go to Ian Jackman and Bruce Lindsay. They've been the workhorses for the Torrens side all day, and the youngster has incredible skills. Phillipou cleaned it up.
Still time for Centrals. We've had 2 minutes of time on. Stevenson wins the tap, but there's a string of Torrens defenders there. A chance now for Schultz. He can still get some run in his legs. So can this player, Vivian. He's got a steady and kick long. It's a wobbly old kick. Could be right, though. It hits Van Dommel on the chest.
Now the pressure's on the West Torrens side. It'll be the side whose legs give away the first. There will be some very, very tired legs out there at the moment.
Van Dommel could just about kick this. It's a beautiful looking kick off the boot. He's threaded it through, and once again, the scores are tied away.
Well, the idea is get the ball out of the centre. That's just what's been happening. The wobbled ball from Vivian straight down to Van Dommel. And now we'll see whether tiredness can be overcome by that last kick. Scores squared away. Van Dommel's punched through another goal. 98 points apiece at the 3.5 to 4 minute mark of time on in the final turn.
Some very tired players, some very hoarse spectators. Stevenson and Rendell. Again, Stevenson wins it. And there's that defensive line of Eagles players. Out wide towards the wing. McSporran can't take it with him. Nor can Gillies. Free kick has been picked up. It's going the way of Bruce Stevenson. Scores tied away. There's the siren, and we start the season with a draw. Torrens and Central Districts tying it away at Football Park. The final scores, Torrens and Centrals each scoring 14 goals, 98 points. And although it's not 2 premiership points to 1 club, it's been a great start to the season.
Indeed, it was a spectacular start, as Sandy Roberts said, and it's the first time that there has been a draw in the opening round of football in South Australia. And incidentally, Torrens now becomes the only club to have drawn with every other league club. Let's have a look at the goal kickers now. For Central District, Jonas kicked 5, and Stevenson and Gillies each kicked 2 goals, while for West Torrens, Big Dirk Inglis came on to kick 3, Mackay, McSporran, Jackman and Phillipou each kicked 2. Certainly there's certain to be some controversy that Phillipou has been credited with 2 goals. Now just let's have a look at his first. Now watch him very closely here on a very acute angle. Umpire Garrick is in position. Now see the shadow, and he's hooked that right across the face of goal. I reckon that probably missed by 1 to 2 feet. And there was quite a drama there. Umpire Garrick had no hesitations that it was a goal. From then on, there was a situation where there was some confusion, and eventually umpire Frank McHugh ran back from the centre of the ground to confer with goal umpire Garrick, who confirmed that it was a goal. Bill Cochrane was just ready to have a seizure, but there was nothing he could do. The umpire's decision indeed did stand. After